Alright guys, I know we covered a lot of stuff in that first class, so I'm making a little subclass for it, and what I want to go over is those heading tags that I was talking about. So we're going to do it here really quick, and then we'll apply it to the website and just show you on the actual platform itself. So first, when you're doing heading 1, you only want to use it one time per page. And then as it goes down, you use your heading 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, and paragraphs, right? So what Google looks for is they're going to look at your heading 1 first and see what it says. So if you say, luxury real estate in Boise, Idaho, that's what's going to come up in Google search. Basically, anytime you search anything in Google, you see what ranks first, second, third, fourth, and it'll say real estate super achievers, about us, real estate super achievers, home page. That's what I'm talking about. So each of those are different pages and they use one header. Initially, Google's going to look at your header 1, and this typically goes in your hero section, which I'll talk about. Your heading 2 is going to be anything that's a subheading for that. So a little bit more of an explanation, typically one sentence. Luxury real estate, Boise, Idaho, find your dream home with my real estate team. That's going to be your heading 2, okay? And then your heading 3 can be anything that you want it to be below. So if your landing page has services, you can use heading 3 to label all of those services, or you can use your heading 2. Basically, what you want to do is make sure you use heading 1 time per page. And then what you want to do as you get to your paragraphs is use keywords that are in your headers, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to, if your header says, find your luxury home in Boise, Idaho with my team, put find your luxury home in a paragraph somewhere on that same page. Because what Google's going to do is it's going to take the information in that paragraph related to a heading and then use all of that to formulate where to put it into a search. Okay? So as we go down here, you can see your heading 1, and then you have your navigation. Navigation is its own thing. It's not going to be any kind of headings. You're going to have a picture, and you're going to have a paragraph. So in this paragraph right here, next to your photo, you're going to want to put keywords that are going to relate to the heading. As you go further down your page, you just want to keep using more and more keywords that are going to correlate with whatever heading is directly above it, and then whatever heading is titling the page, right? So just keep that in mind as you're building out your page, because what we want to do here is make sure you're set up to be able to not have to go back and redo your page 100 times. We want to make sure that you guys are all set up, know how to formulate the plan of how Google's going to be reviewing your website. So it's set in stone the first time and you're not wasting a month or two trying to go back and figure out the right way to display everything. Alright, so we're going to jump onto the computer really quick and implement this into our actual website. Let's jump into these headers really quick. So this right here is your hero section, and it's going to be something that is like enticing and fulfills a customer's needs. So let's say they're looking for a home next to the bay. You're going to type in luxury villa minutes from the bay. Right? This is going to be something that is directly related to what they're looking for, and it's a great hook for people that are in that niche. So we're going to go in and we're going to see luxury villa minutes from the bay, and this is our heading 3. Now what we want to do is make this our heading 1, but it changes all of our fonts and our text, right? Instead of ruining our look that we have right now, because it is under heading 3, we can scroll down to SEO and accessibility, and we can change it to heading 1. Now that's going to tell Google that this is our heading 1, so search for this, or use this first in a search, right? And then down below it, we have our paragraph 3, and that's basically going to be where I was saying use your keywords. So we're going to use words like luxury, we're going to use real estate, minutes from the bay. That term is going to be a good one. You basically, the way you want to set up your keywords is find 30 of them, make 15 very broad that can capture attention from all over the place. Take 10 of them and make them a little more dialed into what your niche is. So real estate and luxury real estate. And then your 5 are going to be like very, very specific to what you do. So you want these 5 to be relating to exactly what your business is and how it is going to relate to any consumer searching for you in that business. So as we go down, you can see that we have Alton Avenue. It's a heading 4, and it's also going to be our H4 tag down below. This should be a paragraph right here that is going to explain what Alton Avenue is. I don't know, maybe it's a popular street somebody wants to live on. Maybe it's a popular Google search if they're living in California or Florida or wherever this is. See how I did 3 bedrooms just as a bold top in our paragraph? That's really important because if somebody is searching for a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house on Alton Avenue, in that Google search, it's going to pull up what we typed into our paragraph, 3 bedrooms, and what we typed into our heading 2 or 3, which is Alton Avenue, and then what we typed into our header, which is luxury villa minutes from the bay. You see how all this correlates? So it's basically looking at it as a funnel. So you start with your heading 1, and then your heading 2s, 3s, 4s, and then your paragraphs. So you want to use everything that you've used in your headings in your paragraph. Now, one other thing I want to cover while we're in this website is our themes. So we go over to the left side column and we're going to hit site design. And this is going to be our site theme colors. Now, this is going to be your entire website. So like I said, if you build your entire website and you're going to be changing colors and you're not using the same color codes, this is going to be helpful, but it's going to be difficult at the same time because it's going to just switch everything up on you and you're not going to have any control of what it's doing. So if you set this up prior to building your website, it's going to be a better result in the end. So I like my site theme. This is the one I want to use. We want to go to text. And then you have all of your headers. So you got heading 1, 2, 3, all the way to 6, and then paragraph 1, 2, 3 as well. And you can go in here and you can change everything to how you want it set up in your headers for all of your pages. So home, sales, rentals, agents, about us, contact, learn more, all that kind of stuff. And what it's going to do is it's going to change your title. So we said this was a heading 3 title, right? That's what we labeled it as. In Wix, it was heading 3, but for Google, we changed it to heading 1. So what's going to make more sense to you is what you label it into Wix as, heading 3, is what it's going to correlate with on your theme side of things. So right here, if you want to change this font size to 100, and let's just go 100, and you want to italicize as well. You hit apply, you're going to see that just your heading 3 changed right here. Now we don't want to do that, so we'll hit Control Z. Undo. So if you set these headings up before you start your website, it's going to make life a lot easier for you because you won't be going back and changing everything all over again once you adjust your theme settings. So what we're going to go over in our next class is going to be metadata, titles, HTML tags on pictures, and how Google is going to utilize all of those different resources for searches. We're going to stick to just these 3 or 4 different items to start with. So you can get the grasp of what's going on and how you can use it with Google My Business as well. So make sure you follow along and take notes to use for your website. All right, guys, that's all for today. So we'll see you on the next class. I'm going to be trying to pump out at least 1 or 2 of these videos a week in between our large 30-minute lessons. So just keep updated with me and we'll get through how to use Wix in an efficient way and be a search engine's best friend.